Every working man in this country knows what a setup looks like. You see it on the job sites, in the break rooms, in council offices when you're waiting for paperwork. Someone somewhere decides the outcome first, then builds the scene around it. That's exactly what the BBC did in Question Time, and every bloke watching from his sofa could feel it in his gut. Two men who came into Britain illegally, suddenly, front row, handed the microphone like special guests. Meanwhile, Zia Yusuf is treated like he's walked into a disciplinary meeting, not a debate. It wasn't an accident, and it certainly wasn't coincidence. It was first-class staging by the BBC. Same as when management pretends they want your feedback after they've already made a decision. And here's the thing, the working man has lived enough life to know what comes next. The BBC thinks it's 10 steps ahead, but you see their entire playbook coming before the preview music starts. Next move, they'll paint anyone who questions the setup as angry or misinformed. They'll call it compassion, they'll call it nuance. What they won't call it is what it really is, emotional engineering. Then they'll wheel out an expert who's never queued for a GP appointment before, never had their rent doubled, never felt unsafe walking home, and definitely never had to compete for a job paying £14 an hour. After that, they'll try the guilt routine, be kind, remember their journey, we're a welcoming nation, all the usual lines. Meanwhile, the bloke working a 48-hour week is wondering how he became the villain for asking why his country can't defend its own borders. But here's the twist the BBC never sees coming. Once the working man spots the formula, guess what? It stops working. You can't manipulate people who have learned the pattern. You can't shame people who know they've been carrying the load for decades while everyone else moralises from studios and city centre wine bars. That's why Farage's clip hit so hard. He wasn't telling people what to think, he was saying out loud what they already knew. The whole thing was a pre-built scene dressed up as a public debate. And the positive note is this. Once people see behind the curtain, they never unsee it. The country is waking up, the working man is no longer waiting for permission to speak, and the establishment has no idea how to deal with that. Because their next move, we already know it, and it won't save them.